is my current household currently. I'm gonna put them on the gallery after the video, like an updated version of them on the gallery, because obviously I lost my current Sim's parents due to illness, and they were living with us. So, so now her and her wife are all by themselves. Well, with her biological children or child and their little dachshund puppy, or not dachshund puppy. She's an elderly dog, but anyways, this is my current sim right now. She's in the middle of a tenant interview. She has a very unconventional job. She is a landlord. She owns her family. Her family currently owns two properties, and this property that they're on right now was actually Penelope's first home. So she decided to buy it back from the owner, or she owned it previously anyways. And she pretty much took it from her parents. She invited her parents to live with them, to live with her after her husband and father of her child, Dante, Dante Morose, passed away, and he passed away from laughter. And so her parents, Jose and Catelyn, decided to move in, and at the time she had a sister wife by the name of Ainsley. Dante was a polygamist. So polygamy is a sensitive topic, so I don't want to go there, but so if you are a polygamist, no judgment here from me. I've seen I've seen the show Sister Wives, so I know it's an insane drama-esque type life to live in. I'm sure, especially if you came from a polygamist family, I feel like you're gonna feel like your father doesn't want you, or because your father would have fathered so many kids by multiple women, and you would feel like you were abandoned, or you would feel like you didn't have a sense of self-worth or anything like that. So some people, anyway, in some people's retrospect, they would, but anyways, so I digress. So this is Penelope. She's actually in the midst of a tenant interview, and this would be her first tenant for this property. She just basically, and she didn't inherit the property. She's had the property, but she hasn't exactly inherited the property, but she's had the property for most of her young adult life. Originally, she went to university. She was working on a drama degree, so she wanted to do something related to music and drama and stuff of that nature. And then she basically got kicked out of university. So she's a university dropout. Penelope is. She's a university dropout. She's had multiple relationships with people, because she accepts being in a multiple sim relationship. So she likes being a sister wife kind of scenario. She doesn't want to be committed to just one person. So she's kind of independent in that sense and stuff of that nature. But um but when excuse me, when Penelope decided to no, when Penelope no, when Dante passed away, obviously Ainsley lived in the house. Ainsley was Dante's first wife. Penelope, at the time of Dante's death, found out she was pregnant with their daughter Penny. She didn't know she was a girl, um, but she found out. Penelope found out she was pregnant, and she was like, "Okay, I'm fine with." Penelope is fine with getting pregnant. Ainsley was not fine with getting pregnant. So, when pretty much when Dante died, I was like, okay, well, I guess this is the only baby I'm gonna get out of Dante because he passed. Obviously, because he passed. Because I was going to do a sister wife scenario where Ainsley was the first wife, Penelope was the second wife, and it was just going to stay as two wives, and we were going to try and have kids, like multiple kids by, the same two women and blah 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 blah. And but that's further on into the timeline here. Before she ever met Dante, Penelope was a part of this club called the Singles Meetup. Excuse me. Part of the a club called the Singles Meetup, and she was in multiple relationships with multiple guys. Dante was actually a part of that meetup, part of that club. So her first ever relationship, let's see, was Raj. And as you can see here, as you can see, was Raj. And and he's currently a chef. Raj was her first ever kiss. They're broken up. They're still friends. It's a little bit complicated because he's now married to a lady named Callie, but they're Facebook friend. Basically, in my opinion, Social Bunny is like Facebook. So basically, I feel like they're still Facebook friends. They still chat. They don't do anything together, but they still chat. They still do stuff. They don't do anything necessarily. And then she kind of had a thing with the club leader, Carlos Romaine, of the Singles Club. And then we found out he married some lady named Jessica. And I was like, well, he's not going to be a part of the Singles Club anymore. And then, but it was a mutual, like I said, they're just good friends now. They're Social Bunny friends, Facebook friends. Case of that romance going on. And then in the midst of Penelope and Dante getting together, obviously Penelope reconnected with her grandparents and her parents and everybody involved, everybody that was surrounding her. Dante also reconnected with his family, like his mother and father, his paternal grandparents, his I think his maternal grandparents were still alive, but I don't know for sure. But he, so it was an interesting, interesting story, honest to goodness. So now, as you can see here, Penelope has a long range a family. And you want to know, why does Penelope have, why is there so many generations of dead Sims? Have you played all these Sims? And I'm going to say this right now. No. I have not played all these Sims. The last 4 generations of Penelope's family in general, I have played with. This is her grandfather, Oscar McCarthy. That's Penelope's maiden name is McCarthy. Why did I come up with the name McCarthy? I don't know. Maybe because it was in the midst of, I was watching the news one day, and watching the news one day, and Kevin McCarthy, his name is always in the news all the frickin' time. And so I was like, I guess after watching, or I was playing The Sims, I guess, while watching the news. And yeah, McCarthy became the family name, at least the paternal family name. Actually, no, it didn't. Actually, I'm gonna say, we're gonna do a family tree here. Okay, so, the first ever, I'm gonna say the founder of this family, of her family, is Sean McCarthy Morose. The reason why I'm saying he's the founder is because I have the mod by Sacrificial that gives you 5 generations above the previous, so above Penelope there's 5 generations, and they pretty much make them die instantly, except for you have a chance of your grandparents surviving. You have a chance of I think the only ones that survive are the parents, and then you have a chance of your grandparents surviving. But that's when it comes to generations, family history, generations, stuff like that. So Sean McCarthy, and at the time Penelope's last name was McCarthy Morose, because she was in the process of she was married to Morose, but she wanted to keep her name as McCarthy, or I wanted to keep her last name as McCarthy for the legacy. But did that happen? No. I decided that if I was going to do a Sister Wives situation, that everybody had to be named Morose. So, the last name has been Morose the entire time. So, but, obviously, Sean McCarthy, I'm going to say he's Sean McCarthy. He's not, his last name ain't Morose, it's McCarthy. He deceased. He's deceased, by being crushed by a Murphy bed. He had a son, Corey. Actually, no. Sean McCarthy married Hod Gross. They had a son named Corey McCarthy. Corey's mom died from spellcaster overload, so evidently somewhere within the McCarthy legacy on the maternal line, there was a spellcaster, you could say. Corey, they had with his wife, I'm gonna say is Sophia Baca. Corey died from a killer rabbit, obviously. Mm-hmm. And Sophia Baca was Akeem's mother, and she died from old age. He had a grandfather, Floyd Baca, which also was crushed by a Murphy bed. We also have Liana Andrew, which is Sophia's mother, and she died from flies. And then we have Akeem, and then Akeem with his wife, Nara Palumbo, which evidently she was a vampire. So we have a mixture of vampire and spellcaster in the McCarthy family through maternal lines. She, Nara Palumbo, died from sunlight. Her father, Cade Palumbo, died from killer chicken. We have her mother, Claire Womack, who died from liver failure. We have Oscar's great-grandfather, Julio Womack, died from embarrassment. We have Amelie Richardson, which is Oscar's great-grandmother, on his maternal side. She died from steam. His great-grandfather, Peyton Palumbo, evidently was murdered. I'm gonna say it was probably because of his name, like the last name Palumbo. It just doesn't seem right. And then June Sargent, which is Oscar's great-grandmother, she died from meteorite, obviously. So then Oscar married Caitlin McCarthy, which is Penelope's grandparents. So now we're down to Penelope's grandparents here. They are still alive in the game. They are elders currently. Obviously Oscar, they had Jose McCarthy. He's now died. He died from illness. And so we got Caitlin McCarthy. She was the so Jose McCarthy, which is her dad, so her great-grandfather was Arthur Stout, Catalina Grady, Marcus Stout, Brianna Boswell, Bennett Grady, Bailey Babcock, Ashram Stout, Disazak Talley, Orion Boswell, Elisa Hawforth, Hun Grady, Amanda McGill, Zayden Babcock, and Lila Schrader. And then, that's the, end there. And then obviously we're down to Jose. Jose had Penelope. Penelope's grandfather, Demetrius Odom, which was Catelyn McCarthy's dad, he passed away from electrocution. So he just recently passed. Obviously, Jacqueline Odom, which is her grandmother on her mother's side, and then she's descended from Duffs and Drakes. Yeah, Drakes. So that's interesting there. And then obviously she's now currently married to Ainsley, which she has a long line of family, and her maiden name was Riggins. So we got Charlapos. So that's interesting. Okay, so we're gonna go to her real quick. So yeah, so her father was London Riggins. Her mother is Melanie. Her father's parents are Armin and Araceli. Her mother's parents are Perry and Stephanie. And then Armin's parents are Blair and Marley. We also have Guillermo and Gloria. We also have Caden and Cassandra. We also have Darius and Taylor. And then on this end, we have Chalapos, Betty, Devin, Yesenia, Zachary, Gracelyn, Julian, Jennifer, Joey, Samantha, Cody, Liz, Bryn, Olivia, Frederick, and Haley. So, on that end. And then, if we go down, which none of her parents or grandparents died. Like, she got the luck. She got the luck of the draw. Like, all 2 generations of her family that they say one generation you have a chance of them living or not. All 4 of hers actually, while in game, survived. Like, they survived the whole game. Penelope's did not. The Odom couple, originally they passed. I had them, I revived them and then gave them makeovers and whatnot. But anyway, so this is Ainsley's family. And then Penny being Morose, obviously. Her father was Dante. Her grandfather is Sullivan, who she's never met. Like, she's never met the father side of her family. So she just knows basically her mom's, her maternal grandparents. That's all she knows. She doesn't know of any other family. So that's gonna be interesting as Penny gets older, because she's not gonna know any of these Sims. You know, she's not gonna know any of them. So Penny, she doesn't know her dad. Her dad has passed away. He has a grandfather, or he has one set of parents, I think. They're still, yeah, he's got only one set of grandparents still alive, and then obviously his parents are still alive. But So technically, she's got great grandparents wise. Penny has one, two, three, four, five. So she's got five great grandparents left. None of them she knows. They're alive, but she doesn't know of any of them, which is kind of sad. But obviously, Penelope is like so introverted that she really doesn't go out except to take Buttercup, the dachshund, out on walks. That's the only thing she does. Other than that, I kind of want eventually Penny and Ainsley to have like a family reunion party in honor of them getting married. But then we would have to invite a bunch of people. Like, we'd have to invite Ainsley's family. We'd have to invite parts of Dante's family. We would have to, and there's just not enough Sims. Like, there's not enough slots for parties that you can just bring people over. And we don't have all the relationships of every single person either. So it's kind of... like we've lost touch with them. So anyway, her grandfather is Sullivan. Her grandmother on that side is Helena. She also has a great grandfather. I'm gonna call him AJ or Ajaz or I don't know. It's some weird name, but I feel like his name is Ajaz. And then we have Dana, and then obviously I think, oh no, it goes further up from there. So we have Ajaz, and then Lane, Raphael, and Theodore. So that's how far down up it goes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So technically we have 7 generations. Now that Penny is a part of the family, so technically we're on 7th generation of the family in total. But Penelope, she is an outgoing person. She's very outgoing. She's non-committal. She doesn't commit well. That's why she's had so many relationships in her past and so many different things like that. She's also romantic, so she tends to be a flirt. Obviously, she's also a music lover. She hates the rain. She does not like being because she's non-committal. She just doesn't want to. She wants to enjoy the freedom of having, multiple relationships and that. But I feel like she's come to her senses when it comes to not committing. I feel like now that she's had a child and she's had the father of her child die, she's come to the realization she can't raise a child alone. So I feel like she's become more of a committed person than she actually is. So I still leave the non-committal trait there only because, she's just not that non-committal anymore. But I feel like that she's more committed now than she ever was going into adulthood. So she's also entrepreneurial. She's easily bored. She's a speed cleaner. She loves the warm weather. She claims she's a baby expert. She's only had one kid, so she doesn't. So I don't know why she's considered a baby expert, but her favorite movie genre is horror. Her marriage She supports the marriage protection movement. Um, Obviously, that's a big thing for her. And she declares her love for the son. She's also clumsy. She's bulimic. I wasn't asleep. I was doing something. She has left liberal qualities in herself. She's also good mannered. She's had woohoo. She's morning sim.
Tiffany. There's another monster in here, and it's mine.
Um, Neutral to having children. She's won the Curry Channel contest. She's had a fight with another sim. She's right-handed. She's been kissed. She's also a night owl. Supposedly she has the world-renowned actress trait. Star material. Hates mayonnaise. She's a glutton. She also supports racial equality. She likes water. She doesn't like going to the bar. Hobbies and skills: she likes baking, acting, gourmet cooking, dancing, and gardening. She does not like mischief. Um, Research and debate, fitness, and painting. She likes visiting Tartosa, dislikes Forgotten Hollow. She's been to Forgotten Hollow once, and it was like a club gathering, and they sent her to Tartosa as a because there's a bar in not Tartosa, but a bar in Forgotten Hollow that they ended up going to. Fashion wise, she likes sexy. She likes boho, and she likes goth fashion. So she likes dressing up like a goth. She likes boho. She likes sexy. I don't know where she's getting the sexy from, but yeah. And she just likes basic fashion. The flavors she likes are blueberry, and she dislikes orange. She likes being in the nude. She dislikes workwear. Um,
Oh, supper. Mom was saying that I only bought 2 mac and cheese. I got broccoli.
Music, blues music and romance music. She dislikes spooky, electronica and pop music, retro music. She likes mornings, dislikes swearing. She likes beauty and dislikes survivalism. She likes the colors orange and red, dislikes the colors yellow and green. She likes going to the pool, dislikes going to the library. She just likes boho decor but hates patio decor, and she likes healthy food and dislikes Japanese. So that's her in a nutshell. She's also got a pristine reputation, but that's also because she doesn't go nowhere. Her wife Ainsley. Oh, I also said she was a landlord, right? Yeah. Well, I have her as a landlord, a potential landlord. So there we go. Um, and then, or she is a landlord. But this is her first potential tenant. So anyway, Ainsley, her wife, her newly formed wife, Ainsley. She's lazy and a geek. She likes mayonnaise. She's a left wing person. She likes horror movies. She does not like. She likes cool temperatures. She's introverted. She hates the wind. She's got bad manners. She prefers being committed. Um, and declares love for the rain. She does not want children. She has no intention of getting pregnant or anything like that. She's also a glutton. She's been kissed. She's had woohoo. Um, she's right-handed. She likes coffee, just likes protein shakes. Her hobbies until she likes TV, cooking, baking, video gaming, media production. She just likes handiness, research and debate, fitness, and rocket science. She likes the town of Newcrest, but dislikes Willow Creek. She likes lazy fashion, country fashion, artsy fashion. She dislikes preppy. She likes blueberry, but dislikes nuts. She likes meat cuisine, but dislikes seafood. Music wise, she likes electronica, retro, spooky. She dislikes holiday music, alternative, background, and hip hop. She likes night, personal. She likes the nighttime and dislikes taking baths. She likes the colors pink and orange. She dislikes the colors yellow and black. She likes technology when it comes to interests, and she dislikes paranormal. She likes going to a restaurant, but dislikes going to the gym. She likes suburban contemporary, but dislikes boho. She likes sleepwear, but dislikes costumes. She also has the sedentary lifestyle. I think. Does Penelope have a lifestyle? I don't think so. No, she doesn't have a lifestyle. Ainsley also has a good reputation. And then Penny, which is Penelope's daughter. And I think she's currently at daycare. So, right now. So, Penny, she's inquisitive and she's also clingy. Supposedly I think she inherited the had fight from her mom and the baby expert from her mom. She's also left-handed. She's a Cancer, so when she becomes young adult, she's gonna have the family aspiration, and she is alluring. So she's got that from her dad, I believe. So she inherited that from her father, but she has nothing else going to her. And then Buttercup is a dachshund, and she's like on the verge of passing away, I think. Like, she does not have very much time left. Oh, no, not that. Let's see. Yeah, she's got 2 days left. Poor Buttercup. Pretty soon we're gonna have to look for another dog. But, so Penelope, their family also has an estate fund. Like, they have a trust fund that they put in money into it like once a week, and I think motion detected alcohol yeah, and in her account, their account, well, Penelope and Ainsley, they own the account now, but I think okay. So their estate, I called it the estate funds account because technically it goes in there. So currently they have over $600,000 in there. They get a weekly interest rate of 1.5 because it's a premium account and it's a savings account. So I'm gonna also put. Can I put Penny on the? I want to put Penny on the account too. Can I put Penny on the account? I want to add Penny if I can.
Motion detected at the volcano.
Okay. Penny Morose. That's what I want to add. Thank you. Okay, so we can add and remove Sims from the account. But,
Arboretsu!
and, I think we've been putting, 50% of our career
Detected at the volcano.
But
and, and then 50% of the, of our future.
Kirasha! Jump up on the fish, Nila. Aha. Pator, Dobie.
Garsafrahang, Frinka, Kimba, Obatosh, Kletsturm, Nabathori, Brabe, Arsene, Wegwin Owen,
Dunawa.
Galangshane. Zobe, Ponka, Inazorps, Phoeba, Jongi Voba, Accusip, Fallabalom, Harpin.
Yobamativo, Hibine, Bane Trip, huh? Yikla, Stulane, Finarp, huh? Wolf it up, Sequinario.
Harfin,
Jongi,
Tharg, Toki Boo.
Sika, Hemu.
Aw.
Roosh, Marik Poshima. Oh, Tinkwil.
Obani. Jessene. Ya flu. Befete Pelka. Kumiao Bouchard Sposhim.
Uh-huh.
Sipane Frost. Sinoshe. Panaru Jasapa. Frinia Hispalip. Clevite Benu. Fordoiba Fala Yadin.
Ah,
Jilurba Kitsi.
Venorba KB Sibo.
Sosham.
Flows it.
Yeah, you know me.
Ina.
Woo! Gibbs.
Gaba Woony Hish.
No Quimbo.
Turnoi.
Finay.
Gibbs. Oh, Shusha, Palafoy, Korongo.
Bin.
Who?
Bamba?
Bobanef?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Cupepta. Branka Flanobo.
Rabin.
Lavar.
Oh, Nopsa.
Hina. Novi.
Orochi.
Safar.
Sombra, Bunkaru, Kanoimi Senefesh.
Swaby.
Jessene Simba. Pep Noi Vatori. Happy
Motion detected
Viva Deso! Lami nu.
Indaki!
Uksapa!
Indaki! Fricani! Yadabi! Duroy! Yanabia Fora! Nayap! K-Moose? Ulaf, Ben Trip, Zigafit. Obia Zara, Aflin,
Yanabi
Zebin.
Robe? Fani!
Dim's a day! Dim's a day!
Oh!
Okay. Well, I'm gonna end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Favorite it if you enjoyed. Also subscribe. It means a lot. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.